The Panama Canal cost about $375 million to build. That was the bill the United States paid to finish it in 1914. For the time, that is an almost unimaginable number, one of the most expensive things any government had ever attempted. But that figure, the one in every textbook, only tells you half the truth, because the canal was paid for twice, once in dollars, and once in something the dollar number never shows you. By the end of this video, you will see both bills, side by side. So where did that $375 million actually go? A big share of it never touched a shovel. $40 million went straight to a French company just to buy the rights, the equipment, and the half-dug ditch they had already given up on. Another $10 million went to the brand new country of Panama, a one-time payment for the right to dig across it. Here is the part people get wrong. Those two payments are not extra. They are not added on top. They are already inside that $375 million. So when you see the headline cost, you are already looking at the land, the rights, and the digging, all folded into one number. But America was not the first to try this. Decades earlier, the French walked in full of confidence. Their leader was a hero named de Lesseps, the man who had just built the Suez Canal. He told investors Panama would be easy. It was not. Before they gave up, the French had spent somewhere around $270 to $287 million. And when the company collapsed in 1889, it did not just lose the money of a few rich backers. Roughly 800,000 ordinary French citizens, people who had put their savings into the dream, lost everything. One of the largest financial scandals of the entire century, and the canal was not even close to finished. And this is the cost the dollar figure hides. The canal was built through some of the deadliest land on Earth: malaria, yellow fever, mudslides. During the French years alone, an estimated 20 to 22,000 workers died. Then the Americans took over and they were better, but they were not safe. The official American count is 5,609 deaths, but hold on to that word, official. Of those 5,600, only about 350 were Americans. Almost every other man who died was a West Indian laborer, on the lowest pay and in the worst housing on the whole project. And historians who have studied the records believe even that official count was several times too low. So line the two bills up. On one side, the money, on the other, the people. Add both eras together and the toll climbs into a range no one can pin down exactly. An estimated 25 to 30,000 lives, depending on whose count of the French years you trust. Nobody knows the true figure, and that uncertainty is part of the horror. Think about what that means. For roughly every mile of that canal, hundreds of workers did not come home. The brochure number, the 375 million, never carried a single one of those names. That is the real price of the Panama Canal. It was never just dollars. It was dollars stacked on top of a graveyard, and only one of those two bills ever made it into the history books. And even on the money side, the textbook is too kind. Because America did not start from zero. It built on top of everything France had already spent and lost. Put both digging efforts together, the French 270 million and the American 375 million, and the total cost of getting this canal out of the ground was about $645 million. The canal you see today is not a single project. It is two projects, one of them a catastrophe fused into one waterway. Now let me put that original American bill into a number you can actually feel. $375 million in 1914 does not sound like much by modern standards. But run it through inflation, and it lands at about $12 billion in today's money. $12 billion. For a single canal, dug by hand and steam shovel more than a century ago. That is the scale of ambition we are talking about. A project so large that a wealthy modern nation would think hard before signing the check. And if you think that is just an old story, look at what it costs to keep up. In 2016, Panama finished a major expansion of the canal, new locks for the giant modern ships. That single upgrade, just the expansion, cost about $5.25 billion. So the original canal, in today's money, ran around $12 billion. And simply widening it 100 years later cost another $5 billion. This is not a cheap piece of the world to build. Or to own, it never was. So what did the Panama Canal really cost? The honest answer is that there is no single number. There is the dollar bill, around 375 million then, about 12 billion now. And there is the human bill, tens of thousands of lives that the dollar figure quietly leaves out. The canal reshaped global trade. Ships that once sailed all the way around South America now cut straight through. It was, by almost any measure, worth building. But worth it is not the same as cheap, and it is not the same as painless. The real cost of the Panama Canal is both bills at once, and you cannot understand the wonder without understanding the grave. If number stories like this are your thing, subscribe. Every figure here is sourced, and the receipts are in the description.